Hello everybody, welcome to Linked Up with Janine Capaldi. Linked Up is a new interview series where I will be interviewing professionals from a range of different industries. So this is your opportunity to learn, to get inspiration and understand a little more about how people are using social media to leverage themselves professionally. And today I'm talking to Cort Maddox. Hi Cort, how are you?
Hello, I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really well, thank you. I'm really
Wonderful.
well. So, cool. I'm sure, as I am interested, everybody that's watching this today would like to know a little bit about you. So, could you tell us about your journey and what you do?
So I am a business coach. I get the pleasure of working with small businesses in order to kind of help create and guide them through the roadmap to their success so that they can avoid some of the pitfalls that many of us have faced over the years, but also to not continue to try to go through the brick wall to do something just because it's the way it's always been done.
And so that's really interesting. I think that's a really great summary of coaching. I think that the term coaching is used quite a lot. So I'm really interested in your your definition of your work. So what most excites you about the work that you do?
My most exciting part is when people have what I call as a BFO, or a blinding flash of the obvious. When
I like that.
we start talking about different things, and it's, business isn't rocket science, but so many things we overlook because we're in the trenches and we kind of put these blinders on. And it really is about somebody coming in and taking an outside perspective. So being able to, I ask a lot of questions in my meetings with clients and with people that are interested in coaching. And in those questions, it really is designed to drive them to an answer. And because if I provide the answer as a coach, just in every other situation, you're not necessarily bought into the answer. If you're a child and you ask your parent and they tell you don't do that because I said so, you're less likely to do that and follow their path versus them asking you questions. And it's the same thing in business. When you ask somebody questions and then they drive to that answer, they're that much more bought into whatever that answer is. And that's when you get that BFO.
Great, I love that blinding flash of the obvious. I think
Yes.
I think I might use that if that's okay.
Feel free. I took it from somewhere else, so I definitely did not create that.
Oh, you should have said that you did.
Nah.
So, one of my questions for you is around how you use social media. So, you post regular content on Facebook, and you started to post content on LinkedIn. So, have you noticed a difference in the type of engagement you get from your audience across the different platforms?
Absolutely. It's obviously it's good to post on social media platforms. One of the recommendations that I always give people is to make sure that you have an action designed whenever you're posting. It's not just posting for the sake of posting, but when you do that and you do it appropriately, you do get a lot of traction from people that some people that I know and some people that I don't, that reach out and say, look, I just got one earlier today that said, thank you so much for posting something positive. There's so much negativity out there, and I'm so glad to see something positive. And so now they're tuning into content, and everything that I post is positive. But there really has been a massive difference in people that reach out to me via private messaging on Facebook and LinkedIn, or even by phone. So yeah, it's definitely something that is necessary. I know some people would consider it a necessary evil in business, but the reality is you're getting an opportunity now with social media to really boost your brand that we didn't have before there was internet and social media. Now that it's all the rage right now, but it provides you great opportunities to really get things out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I read something the other day that somebody, it was, I think it may have been on their LinkedIn profile, and they said, like, do you what's my ROI with using social media? And they just said, your business will survive.
Sometimes that's the case.
Yeah, which it made me chuckle, but you know, there's a certain reality to that, and I think you're testament to show that, you know, even with a very, you know, with very personal, very deep work, it is possible to grow relationships in this way, even when you're not face to face to begin with.
Right. Well, and one of the soapboxes that I jumped on not too terribly long ago was the fact that with people, they're using the robots to reach out on LinkedIn. It's happening quite a bit. And then all of a sudden you accept the connection and then they're bombarding you with messages. I just got another couple more this morning, and it's just constant, and there's no relationship there. It literally is just them using a robot to then send you messages consistently and constantly in hopes that you're going to pull a trigger and make a buying decision. And most of us make buying decisions based on creating a relationship and some sort of level of trust. And you don't build that with just messages. You really have to engage in what people want, not what you want them to do.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And so, what has having an active social media presence done for you and your business?
Well, it's allowed me to gain new clients. It's allowed me to build the trust that we just talked about with, you know, I consider a funnel, so to speak, of you know, when you put people in the top of the funnel, you know, it takes them a little while to go through it. Well, the stronger your level of trust with them, the shorter that funnel is. And, you know, sometimes people take a little bit longer. And so it really is about just consistently maintaining that level of content and just doing things. I mean, it's in my company culture, but it's doing things for the right reasons all the time. And so as long as you stick to that, then there's never any question of why you're doing something. So that's what I really focus on with all of my content, that then is created those clients and those prospects, even because I'm thankful for everything that comes our way. And so those prospects, I'm thankful for them, even though they haven't pulled the trigger and decided to work with me. It's still great for them to instill enough trust to be willing to have a conversation, just like in this case.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's great. Yeah. Yes, I agree. Absolutely. And so, one further question I have for you is, so, you know, social media, particularly LinkedIn, Facebook, it allows us to connect with people all over the world, and then also connect with people that could be our next door neighbours. So if you could add a person or a skill to your network, what would it be?
A person or a skill, it's always good to have somebody that has the skill from a social media aspect. I'm always looking for people there. Talent finders are a great skill as well, because so many people struggle to find the right talent to be able to put in their business, and finding the right people that believe in the right things. You know, from a talent perspective, I don't buy into a resume. I think that you get more value out of a cover letter than you do a resume, because you can teach people experience, but you can't teach them the attitude and the mindset, not as easily anyhow.
Yeah.
So from my standpoint, those would be two pieces for me that I'm always looking to reach out to, as well as an app developer. You know, as hot as apps are, it would be great to have somebody that is developing and creating apps. I know for me personally, I have an app idea that I want to be able to launch out that I'm working on now. But you know, there are all kinds of people that are consistently asking me about that.
Oh, that's great. I definitely think you'll get some interest or people coming your way.
Right.
From saying that, I definitely think you will. And so, my final question to you is, for anyone watching, perhaps a fellow coach who's wanting to get started using social media, perhaps they're wanting to start sharing content or contacting people, whatever it is, like, what would your advice be to them on how to get started?
The best advice that I can give is advice that was given to me and has been given to me for years, is surround yourself with very intelligent, right-minded people that, and what I mean by that is that have the right mindset, that have a positive attitude. Surround yourself with them. You don't have to be the expert of everything. Life's not about that. It's about surrounding yourself with people that do have the other skills necessary, and don't try to do everything on your own, because it is rather difficult. And that's where I've seen a lot of people that have struggled as a coach, or any small business for that matter. There are a lot of resources that are typically available in your local community that you can utilize, and doing a little bit of research to find them is a great key. And you'll find a lot of people that want to help other people out. For example, when you and I first met, and you had given me the tip about using more in LinkedIn because I wasn't doing it, I'm extremely grateful for that, because the fact that now in diving more into LinkedIn, so much has changed since I really was very active with it. And that's really changed a lot within the business. So you have to surround yourself, and don't think that you have all the answers, because we never do.
Yeah. Oh, I'm really touched that you said that. That's really great. Thank you. And I completely agree. I think there's so much information and so much goodwill when it comes to people like setting up on social media and supporting each other. So yeah, I'm all for getting yourself in a positive circle. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, cool. That's all of my questions today, and it's been really, really great talking to you. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you having me on your show and interviewing me and taking the time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.